Like many other youth, this year was my first year on ASP, and I had no idea what to expect. I was scared because I really didn't know that many people who were going, and I was pretty sure I'd be of minimal help on the work site. But as the week progressed, I realized any initial doubts I had were ridiculous. But our caravan was off to an interesting start, to say the least. Spending 3 hours at a tire shop waiting for car repairs may not be your idea of fun, but in retrospect, we shared some good laughs, and it was definitely an ASP bonding experience I'll never soon forget. After spending our first night in Barberville, we set off to our work site, and my first thought was, I have never seen this much mud in my life. So we set out to digging, followed by more digging. It was grueling work, and it seemed never ending, especially in the blazing sun. I started thinking some of my teammates who returned year after year were nuts. I thought, who would willingly put themselves through this kind of annual torture? I gently reminded myself that I was doing it not only for a wonderful family, but for God as well. And I think that's what got me through the first day. Over the course of that week, we ran into numerous obstacles. Inadequate equipment, rain when we needed to be using power tools, and have I mentioned the mud? Even though we had sour luck, my amazing team took it in stride. They always found something to laugh over, and more often than not, we ended up breaking out into song. Their positive attitudes and love for the service we were doing really helped me to see the real meaning of ASP. Because ASP is so much more than a service project. It's a journey. Over the course of the week, I would step back, and I could clearly see how I'd grown as a Christian because of both the work I was doing and the people I was surrounded by. Because most of my life, I tried to practice Christianity on my own, without a real church to call home. But because of ASP, I got to know some great people here at Our Redeemers. Whether we were wiping the sleep from our eyes at 7 a.m. with Springsteen blaring outside, or screaming at each other over a game of cards, or, in contrast, silently reflecting in a pensive moment of prayer for those around us, I've grown closer to the people here, and consequently, closer to God. People often say that they've had a definitive God moment, but I found it difficult to pinpoint such a moment. It was more of a slow realization that the love I've been feeling in my heart over the course of the week was none other than God's love. I could feel the joy radiating off those around me as well, and that was perhaps the most uplifting of all. I got excited to head off to our site in the mornings, and I started to enjoy the endless digging, leveling, and the sound of grinding rebar. Then I realized what I was feeling was God's will. It hit me that what we sing about in the band, let's get dirty, let's get used, or I want to be your hands, that's what I was feeling. In a word, it was awesome. I wanted to shout it and share it with everyone around me. I forgot all about that torturous hard labor I knew at the beginning of the week, and instead I felt fortunate to be doing work for our awesome God. I feel blessed by the opportunity to have taken a spiritual trip like this, so I really believe some thank yous are in order. Thank you to the people who persuaded me into signing up. You know who you are. Thank you to my great team, who always kept things positive and made my time on the worksite a blast. Thank you to all the people on ASP for their hard work and for the best company I could ever ask for. Thanks to everyone at Our Redeemers who supported us and helped raise what seemed at first to be an impossible amount of money. And thanks especially to Mary Ann, whose hard work got us there this year. All of you made life-changing moments for me and countless others possible. Thank you.